No one is untouchable to Christ. That's what we see in our healing word today from Matthew chapter 8, verses 1 through 4. A man with leprosy knelt down before Jesus and said, "Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean." Now, leprosy is an ancient disease that we associate with Hansen's disease, and it was considered in those days, and rightly so, incurable. It's a disease that not only affects the body, but it also can affect your soul. If you had this disease, people would consider you unclean, and they would shun you and isolate you because of the fact that they were afraid of contracting this disease. So this man, a leper, comes to Jesus and he says, "If you're willing, you can cleanse me." Now, notice what kind of faith this man had. He had a great big mountain of a problem, but he had a tiny little bit of faith. And sometimes that's all it takes, just a mustard seed of faith. Now, what's interesting about leprosy is that there were certain things that people did to try to get rid of it. They would go to the temple and they would make offerings. They would take the appropriate sacrifices and they would do everything right. But what they didn't understand was the true source of the problem. The problem was not in their actions. The problem was in their condition. The only way to deal with it was to go to the priest and have them examine them. And then they would have to go through a series of tests. And if they passed the test, then they were pronounced clean. This man went beyond the temple. He didn't go to the priest. He went directly to the presence of Jesus, and he said, "You can make me clean." Well, what did Jesus do? Verse 2. It says that Jesus reached out his hand and touched him. This is significant because in their culture, that was considered a very taboo thing to do. But Jesus broke the law so that he could break the chains of this man's leprosy. Immediately he says, "Be clean." What a miracle. What a moment. This man who had been outcast, separated, shunned, and considered unclean by every standard imaginable, now is cleansed by the touch of Jesus. No longer does he have to go through all of these rituals and ceremonies to be considered clean. He's clean by the word of Jesus. Oh friends, no one is untouchable to Christ. No matter what you've gone through, no matter what you're going through right now, no matter how desperate your situation may seem, Jesus still reaches out his hand to you and says, "You can be clean." I don't know what kind of situation you're facing today, but I do know a good Father who wants to help you. And he has given us the assurance that when we call on his name, he will heal us. So right now, if you need healing, would you just lift up your hands and say, "Father, I need you. Come and heal me."